Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome for the first time. If you haven't been here before, my channel is Jazzland, and I'm all about decor, landscaping, shopping, and a couple other things in Second Life. So, here's what we're doing today. There's a list of questions, and a viewer named Masumi had posted them in one of the comments on my channel. And I know a few other people have already answered these. So they're basically 10 questions about being a Second Life YouTuber. So I'm going to take my turn and answer the questions. And then if y'all have any additional questions, you can ask me in the comments and I'll answer those on a future Q&A video. How about that? How about we make that deal? Okay? Okay. So anyway, I don't know how long this is going to be because y'all know I could talk. A girl can talk. So we'll see what happens. All right. So let's just get into the questions. You ready? You ready? Okay. Question number 1. How long have you been a YouTuber? So I started posting videos on my channel in July of last year. So this is what the end of August about. So it's been a year and a month, right? That's how long I've been putting out my own videos on YouTube. Question number 2. What made you want to become a YouTuber? So I actually was on YouTube with a Second Life account in 2020 because of, the pandemic, and I was like on YouTube all the time and I was on SL a lot and all that kind of stuff. So I really like to watch decor videos and people decorating in Second Life because I thought it was so cool that you could just decorate whatever you wanted to and tear it down and start all over again so quickly and so easily wherever you wanted to. But I noticed, because I move a lot. If you don't know, I have a tendency to move parcels a lot. But I would get a parcel and then I would decorate it and put a house out, decorate it, landscape it, and then I'd be ready to do another one shortly thereafter. And I kept tearing them down, and I thought, it's a shame that I have all this decor that I do and I don't have like a record of it, right? Of the different things I've done. And I love to watch decor videos. I remember I would watch Sage Moon. I would watch her decor videos, and she would have like 1-2 hour live streams, and I would just be fascinated the whole time. And I thought, well, I like to decorate. So, if she puts that on her channel, I could do a channel where I just record me decorating, right? Because obviously there's people who like to watch that. I like to watch it. And I don't see a lot of people who were doing it at the time. So that's why I decided to go ahead and start the channel with the decor on it. And just mainly to document my building that I do in Second Life and what I've done. And then also because it helps, teach other people things. Because I know I learned a whole lot from watching her videos in the beginning. So that's why I became a YouTuber. All right, number 3. What are 5 things you find enjoyable about Second Life? So one of the things is the freedom to do whatever I want, whenever I want, without the constraints of stuff we have in real life. Like, where else can I move every week if I wanted to and have an entire new place with entire new scenery? I can live on the water. I can live in the snow. I can live on the sand, whatever. So that's what I like. And there's so many opportunities, and there's so much you can learn in here if you want to learn. And there's so much to do. So you find what you're interested in and you go after it, right? I just like the fact that I can do anything in here because it's all user created. The second thing that I find enjoyable, these aren't in any particular order, by the way. The second thing is that decorating for me, decorating and landscaping is very relaxing. It has its frustrating moments, but I really enjoy it. It's like a stress relief for me and a creative outlet for me. So I really enjoy decorating, obviously, because I started a whole channel on it, right? Right. A third thing that I really enjoy is being able to teleport. I am all about some teleportation. I love it because I could be somewhere in 2 seconds, except when it's not working and you crash. That kind of sucks. But I enjoy teleporting. It's amazing. Sometimes I want to take the long way around. Like if I get in one of my boats and I just want to sail around to kind of take a leisurely, or I'm riding my horse, going horseback riding. But sometimes you want to get there in a hurry. So TP is wonderful. Um, let's see, that was three, right? A fourth thing is the relationships that you can form with people in SL. So it's funny because SL is a big virtual world, right? But what I'm finding out over the 2 years I've been here is that it's really not that big of a place because we're all creatures of habit and we tend to gravitate toward the same places all the time. We like the same kind of things. So that's where we hang out. So it becomes a much smaller place when you find places that you like to go and hang out, and then you meet people, and then those people know people, and then you know acquaintances through them, and then you see them everywhere. So the relationships are really, what keeps me coming back. Because if I just came in and was by myself and all I did was decorate, I mean, I would get bored. Sometimes I need social interaction, right? Which is one of the reasons that I got on here in the first place, during the whole COVID pandemic when everybody was locked in their homes, right? So, yeah, relationships with people. Now, not all relationships are good relationships. I'm just saying. So, the fifth thing that I really enjoy about Second Life is the fact that there is a block feature and that I can block people. And frankly, I think that this feature is way underused because I see too many people or I talk to people and they get so upset over another person. I'm like, well, just block them. Just block them. Because when you block them, you can't see what they're saying anywhere. They can't contact you. It's great. You don't have to stress out over relationships in Second Life. Block them. If it's that big of a problem, block. Done. Okay? I don't hear a lot of people talk about that, probably because I don't listen to it. But I'm just saying, the relationships are good. But if you end up with some cray-cray or some drama or you two just don't mix, then block them and move on with your Second Life. It's not a big deal, you guys. It really isn't. And then when you go to a place and they happen to be there, it doesn't matter because they're like this gray jelly blob that you can't see and you can't see anything they say. And they can't talk to you. So there's that. That's the fifth thing I enjoy because it comes in handy the longer I'm in Second Life. Okay. Question number 4. What are 5 things you don't find enjoyable about SL? So on the flip side, one of the things I don't find enjoyable is that I don't like the cost of getting more prims. I don't like it. Y'all know I like to have prims to play with. The more the better. But it's expensive, y'all. It is expensive. It costs money to have all the prims. So that's one thing I don't really like about it. But you know what? We make our decisions. And if I want a lot of prims, I'm going to pay for them. And of course, the cost of them varies depending on where you are. But I'll get into that later. All right. The other things are not necessarily, they're in the world of SL, but they're not necessarily SL issues. One of them is lag. I do not enjoy lag when I'm in SL. At all. And I have a pretty good computer, so I don't run into it very often. But sometimes, y'all, you get somewhere and it's like you can't move. You're like darting from one place to the other. You're running in place. Things don't load. Like it drives me crazy. So that's not very enjoyable when I have lag issues, and I have to figure out how to adjust things so that the lag goes away. The third thing is the cost of stuff at events. I like to shop, y'all, but over the past couple of years, even when you go to shop an event, the prices are out of control. Like it's crazy. I pretty much quit going to events, especially stuff for clothes, because you want a certain color, but it only comes in the fat pack. How much is the fat pack? It's anywhere from 2 to 3,000 linden, depending on what creator you're looking at. Hello? No thanks. I could use that for rent and get me some more prims. You know what I'm saying? I'll be fine with the clothes I have. So that's why I shop the sales all the time. Because the cost of events is something I don't enjoy. Like some of these prices are just Scott. I choose not to spend my money on the regular prices at events. That's so I quit going to events pretty much. Let's see, that was three. The fourth thing that I don't find enjoyable about SL, one of the things that I have learned and that bothers me is it's the same. It's not just Second Life. It's any virtual platform that you're on that's online. It doesn't matter. It happens everywhere in virtual worlds. But the lack of accountability that people have, there's a whole different level of accountability in real life when you have to face a person face to face than when you are in a virtual world, right? So I don't enjoy that. I don't enjoy the fact that people can hide behind computers and it gives them the ability to be able to act in ways that they would never ever act if they had to look at you face to face. So that bothers me. I don't enjoy that part. I don't enjoy people who make alts, a second AV, a third AV, a fourth AV, a fifth AV in Second Life with the intent of deceiving people. So I want to make this very clear, you guys. I have a male alt that I use to do like makeovers and upgrades for mesh for male avatars because I don't know how that works since I'm a female avatar. So I do have that, but people know who that alt is, and any of my friends know who that alt is. And I make sure, I'm like, that's my alt right there that I use for stuff. And I only bring him on when I'm working on stuff. I don't specifically go around and pretend to be someone else to deceive and manipulate people. So I don't have a problem with alts. I just have a problem with people who use them in a malicious way with malicious intent. That bothers me about Second Life is there's a lot of accountability missing, and a lot of people can do, you can come in here and do whatever you want and they don't have to answer for it. So unless, they get themselves and they're messy and they get themselves in trouble, but then they don't want to be upset at themselves. They want to be upset at the people who told on them. But if you don't want to have that messiness, stop being messy. That's all I'm saying. So I don't enjoy that part of SL. Anything that's used for malicious or deceitful purposes on purpose. I don't agree with that. I don't like it. And again, that is why the block function comes in handy. All right. What else? Fifth thing. The fifth thing that kind of goes with the fourth thing that I don't really enjoy about SL is drama. And it's so funny because I love to read profiles. And a lot of, you see a lot about, I'm not about the drama. I'm not about the drama. You could keep the drama away. And most of the time, I'm like, okay. But if you're always in everybody's business, you are drama. You know what I'm saying? So can we just keep it real for a minute? I don't like the drama. Have I been involved in drama? Yeah, I've had some times when I've slipped into it and I'm like, this is stupid. Let me remove myself from this situation. But I've found over the past 2 years that there are some individuals in Second Life, and they're always going to be there, and they're going to be on any virtual platform, that they just can't seem to mind their business. Like, they always have to butt into stuff, and they always have to be the between people and stuff like that. So I tried that. To me, that's drama. If you didn't hear it yourself, or you weren't involved directly, and it wasn't you and the other person or whatever, if you heard that, I try to stay away from people that do this. Well, I heard da 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 da. Well, you're gossiping because you weren't involved, but now you're talking about it to somebody else that's not the person. Or when I hear this, I don't know why such and such is upset with me, or, but I'm like, I don't know either. Go talk to that person. That keeps my drama down a lot. If you're asking me a question about something that doesn't involve me, and it involves another person and you, please don't ask me, because I don't know. Go ask that person. I'm not your peacemaker. I don't know any information. I don't care. You go talk to the person you have the issue with. Stop talking to everybody else who can't fix it. That's drama right there. I don't like it. So those are some things I don't enjoy about the SL environment. But again, it's always going to happen. It's always going to be on virtual platforms and online platforms. It's up to each individual person to control themselves and decide, I am going to participate or I'm not. So there you have it. That is my stance on that. Okay. Question number 5. If there was one thing you could change about Second Life, what would it be? Okay, so this has changed a little bit. It used to be I wanted unlimited prims, right? Which we know cannot happen. But if there was one thing I could change. But now that I've moved around some, I would change that everywhere would have saleable water that's connected to everywhere else. Because I've been around some sims where I start to sail out and you hit a point where you can't go any further. Which is why I try to stay, like right now where I'm living, I can get a lot of places in saleable water, and I can get out to the Blake Sea from where I am, right? I wish that all the waterways were connected and I didn't have to stop and get stopped by land or the edge of a sim and you can't go any further or you can't get there from here. So that's my new one thing. Everywhere would be accessible by boat. It would all be connected. Now, I know that's not possible, but it asked. So there's my new answer, because I love to be out on the water and sailing. I want to be able to go where I want to go without somebody telling me I can't go there. That's what I'm saying. Okay, number 6. How long do you see yourself being a YouTuber? This one's pretty simple. As long as I continue to enjoy it, I will be a YouTuber. So... yeah, that's about it. When it becomes a job for me, when it becomes stressful for me, when it becomes something that interferes with my real life and it takes too much time or whatever, then I will stop being a YouTuber. Because I only do this for fun. That's why, because I enjoy it and other people seem to enjoy it, and we've created a little community around it, right? So let's see what else. What activities are you currently involved in within the SL world? Currently, I host at Muddy's. I used to DJ. I DJ'd for a while in a few clubs, and that was a lot of fun. But it's very time consuming. For me, it's more time consuming to DJ than to host because of prep time. So things have shifted again for me. So now I don't DJ anymore, but I do still host, and because the girl got to pay rent, right? Because the girl wants all the prims. I love to shop. I participate in that activity, as y'all can see from my channel. And I love to decorate, as you can see from my channel. So the other activity I am currently involved with in SL is socializing. I like to socialize with my friends. I like to go dance. I like to hang out. I like to decorate, of course, with Kendra Boo. I say Kendra Boo a lot. Kendra from the channel The Kendra Project. Let me do it that way. Because I'm always saying Kendra Boo. I'm like, Jazz, some people don't know who that is or they don't understand who Kendra. She's got her own channel, The Kendra Project, on YouTube. And we've done a collaboration. We're getting ready to do another collaboration for another big home landscaping project here coming up soon. So y'all stay tuned for that. Let's see what else. Socializing. I haven't, you know what? And then there's Alexi from Alexi's Adventures. So, of course, they're my YouTube buddies that I met through Kat, who has her own channel on YouTube. So I wouldn't have met them if I hadn't have been working with her on some of her stuff. So, I socialize with them a lot. And then I have a whole nother group of friends that I socialize with that I've met through clubs and that kind of thing. And so socializing is a big activity in Second Life for me as well. We're going to count that as an activity because it is. Okay. Oh, playing games. I like to play games in SL. That's a whole nother story. What else? Games. That didn't sound right, did it? Games like Greedy, Skippy, Ludo, those kind of games. Bowling. Not mind games. I don't enjoy those. All right. Just to make it clear. What else? Number 8. Do you find it harder or easier to make friends virtually or real life? I find it easier to meet people virtually because if you go out anywhere, you're going to have people around. So it's easier to meet people, but it's not necessarily easier to make friends with those people. For me, it's easier for me to make friends in real life because I can see the person, there's body language, and like I said before, people will do things in a virtual world and treat you a certain way that they would never treat you if they had to be face to face with you. Right? So for me, it's easier to make friends in real life because I can interact with them and I know that their behavior will be probably at a higher standard because they have to look me in my eye and deal with me directly, right? But it's easier to meet people in Second Life because they're everywhere. Now, with that said, I have made some really, really good close friends that I talk to outside of Second Life. So it's not that it can't be done and that I don't have, what I consider real friends in Second Life. It's just easier to make them in real life when I can interact. It takes me a while to, be really friendly or close with somebody that I meet in Second Life. It takes a while. So yeah, I know. You'd think that would just be an easy question, right? Is it easier in virtual or is it easier in real life? I always got to make things complicated. So there's the answer to that one. All right, next question. Number 9. Does your real life family support your virtual lifestyle? So it's funny. Yes, they do. They kind of laugh at it because they don't really get it. I remember when I first got on Second Life because, we were all in lockdown for the COVID thing and stayed in the house. So when I first got on here, it was kind of funny because when I started learning how to build stuff and I started learning that you could rent land and you could buy houses and you could go shopping and you could, decorate and all that. I remember when I bought, I was decorating a parcel once and they were like, what are you doing? I'm like, look what I did. And when I bought my horse, I'm like, look at my horse. I have a horse. I can ride my horse anywhere. I could just. So, they may look at me a little crazy sometimes, but it's an outlet for me. It's a creative outlet. It's a stress reliever, so it's a good thing for me. So yeah. They're like, oh, she just on Second Life. Okay. Um, Let me see. 10. Final question. What is some advice for people that want to begin their own YouTube channel? Um, there's really, I guess there's two pieces of advice based on my experience. The first one is, if you want to begin your own YouTube channel, then make sure that your YouTube channel is created and has things on it that you are passionate about, that you enjoy to doing in SL, and that you're good at in SL. Like, what is it that lights you up that you could talk about for hours in SL? That's what you need to do your channel on, right? That you're really, you have a talent for that, and it's just you want to share it with people. So make sure it's something that you like. Don't start a channel based on what you see everyone else doing and then try to imitate them, because that's not going to work, and you're going to make yourself miserable, because you're always going to be trying to be somebody else. Don't be somebody else. Be who you are. Like, Kendra and I from the Kendra Pod, we both like to decorate, right? And we have similar styles, but we have different personalities. So, and then like there's some other big YouTubers for Second Life that decorate, and I watch them, but I don't like really connect with what they're doing. Like there's some people you can listen to their voice and it annoys you, and there's other people you can listen to for hours. So I think it's important that pick what you want to do, that you're good at and you're passionate about, and then do you, boo. Stop trying to be somebody else, right? Be you, because there's always people, there's going to be a group of people that you attract that like the same thing you're doing on your channel, and that like your personality, and that click with you and mesh with you, and those are your people. As long as you're being authentic to yourself, right? So that's the first piece of advice. The second piece of advice is, if you're going to start a YouTube channel, start it because it's something you enjoy and you want to share it with other people in Second Life to either help them or just let them know, hey, I like to do this, and form a community around it, right? To bring people together. So don't do something that you don't really enjoy. You're just doing it because you think it will, work because you've seen other people do it, right? Do it because it's something you enjoy. And then the rest of it, I think, just kind of comes naturally after that. So those are two pieces of advice. Or maybe it's one piece of advice and I split it into two. Whatever. I've been all over the place with these questions because, like I said, a girl likes to talk. So I guess that's it. I guess that's all my answers. Again, if you have other questions or you think of something while you're watching this video, then put it in the comments. I'll answer you. I am very talkative, right? And I do interact with my people on my channel. All right. I'm so proud of myself for doing these questions. I'm so excited. I did something different. All right. So that's it for now. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Again, comment if you have comments or questions. And if you haven't subscribed, I would love it if you would subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you know when I come out with something new. I will be doing my shopping live stream on Saturday night again. Sunday didn't work out as well, so we'll go back to Saturday nights. Okay? All right, you guys. I will see you in the next one. Okay. Peace out.